For 1,500 years, the word of Galen was law. If a doctor opened a body and saw something that didn't match Galen's diagrams, they assumed the body was wrong, not the book. But in 1543, a 28-year-old professor named Andreas Vesalius published a book that changed everything. He proved that to understand life, you had to study the dead. And to do that, he had to become a thief of bodies. Vesalius's masterpiece was the first accurate map of the human system. Unlike the crude sketches of the past, his book featured stunning, artistic woodcuts of muscle men standing in Italian landscapes, slowly being peeled apart layer by layer. He corrected over 200 of Galen's errors, including the shape of the human heart, the structure of the jaw, and the fact that men and women have the same number of ribs. It was the birth of modern anatomy. He turned the human body into a fabric that could be unraveled and understood through direct sight. The injustice of the era was the scarcity of specimens. The Church generally forbid the dissection of good Christians. To get his work done, Vesalius and his students became grave robbers. They would wait under gallows to snatch the bodies of executed criminals or bribe cemetery guards. This created a strange moral tension. The foundation of modern life-saving surgery was built on the dishonoring of the dead. It was a messy, dark, and often illegal process that eventually forced governments to change laws regarding medical research. Vesalius championed autopsia, which literally means seeing for oneself. He insisted that his students get their hands dirty. Before him, professors sat in high chairs reading Latin while a lowly barber did the cutting. Vesalius descended from the chair, took the knife himself, and told his students, "Trust your eyes, not the ancient scrolls." This shift from authority to evidence is what allowed medicine to finally become a science. How did the age of anatomy affect the human lifespan? The surgical foundation. In the short term, life expectancy didn't jump. However, Vesalius laid the mandatory groundwork. You cannot fix a machine if you don't have a blueprint. By providing an accurate map of the nerves, veins, and muscles, he enabled the future of vascular surgery and trauma care. The end of superstition. By proving that the body followed physical laws, medicine moved away from spiritual causes of death. This intellectual shift was the first step toward the eventual discovery of germs and the industrialization of health. Vesalius taught us that there is no substitute for the truth. He looked into the abyss of the human corpse and saw a masterpiece of engineering. In doing so, he gave the living the keys to their own survival.